funding new and untested competitive grant programs while districts struggle to provide children the education they need and deserve in the wake of devastating budget cuts. The Los Angeles Unified School District is a perfect example. With a $620 million deficit, it has been forced to issue 5,200 pink slips and shorten the school year by 5 days. LAUSD and districts like that desperately need funding from reliable, tested formula programs like Title I to retain teachers and to keep classrooms open. And I want to thank the chairman for raising the issue, and I hope that you will be giving it very serious consideration. Mr. Secretary, the administration has proposed the consolidation of many education programs that provide badly needed services. I find this to be very troubling because, from my experience, consolidation can and often results in the elimination of a program, regardless of how great the need. I am particularly concerned about consolidating the educational technology state grant programs, which complements our $30 billion investment in broadband internet access and other technology for our nation's classrooms. These grants have been essential to our state and local school districts' efforts to coordinate the purchase of technology and the training of educators on how to use it. For example, the state grant funding received by the Los Angeles Unified School District is used to hire technology coaches who train teachers at its 680 campuses on the use of technology. Without a dedicated funding for this purpose, how will the district coordinate their technology programs and ensure that educators can effectively use the technology made available to them?
No, I appreciate your concerns, and obviously we think technology is a hugely valuable tool going forward to accelerate learning and to help students who haven't had those opportunities before. And we'll work with Congress on reauthorization of technology activities, and there's been no decision yet on whether nationally it'll be formula competitive. So we look forward to working with you on these issues.
So you're not, this is not going to become a competitive?
No decision yet has been made.
No decision, oh, okay, well
look forward to working with you on this issue.
Okay.
And no, just
that's great to hear.
Big picture, we think technology is a huge piece of the answer going forward, and we want to find ways to integrate it into everything we do.
Right, because it makes no difference that we've spent already $30 billion if teachers don't know how to use that technology. When the Higher Education Opportunity was signed into law in August of 2008, a loan forgiveness program was authorized for service in areas of national need, including healthcare professions. In light of the critical and the growing demand for nurses, I find it surprising that this program has yet to be funded. Why did the department not include the loan forgiveness for service in areas of national need program in your budget proposal?
That's actually part of the higher education bill that is before Congress has passed and before the Senate. So the IBR, income-based repayment, we're a huge fan of. Significantly reduces loan repayments on the back end and brings folks into the public sector, great talent, and would forgive that debt after 10 years. And so that's something that we think is very, very important, and we continue to advocate. Right now, we already reduced it to 15% of income in terms of loan repayments. We want to take that down to 10%, and after 10 years of public service, have all those loans forgiven. So whether it's nurses, whether it's folks working in medical clinics or legal clinic or teachers, folks going into public sector, we want to create much better avenues so they're not handicapped by staggering debt that prohibits them from following their heart and helping out in the community.
Okay, and in the few seconds that I have left, I also want to express my concern about the flat funding for the TRIO Gear Up and the high school equivalency and college assistant migrant programs, especially when the president has this goal of 2020, having the United States to be first in the world in the percentage of citizens with college degrees. These are, again, proven college preparation and support programs that have successfully helped low-income students achieve. And particularly when we're having experts telling us that the education of poor and minority children is absolutely key to our nation's future economic success, I just find it incredibly surprising that the department, again, is only level funding these programs, which could truly help us to reach the president's goal of 2020.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, and again, I'm a big fan of those programs. Doing a great job, and we propose a College Access and Completion Fund to enable those and other programs to actually significantly increase their funding based upon their ability to demonstrate exactly your point that they're making a difference in students' lives.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you,